Hello everyone, I am Sabian Bird, and today I'm going to be showing off some of the weird old websites I found with this other weird website, Wibby. I never claimed to be a smart man, I'm just an honest man. But basically, this website, it takes you to other websites that don't use JavaScript. I think that's how that works. And it turns up a lot of these old websites that are weird, like this one that's about underwater sea rides, I think. Whatever that means, I don't know. But I'm a sucker for these old oddities of the internet, and we're gonna look at some of the strangest ones I found together, and it's gonna be lots of fun. Alright. This first one is probably my favorite that I found. It's a Lord of the Rings fan page, and I think this goes back to like almost the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see the immense amount of love that these people had for the literature and for the movies, and it is so charming to look at, especially with how retro everything looks and how kind of glued together it all is. Like, look at this. Here's a gallery of Tolkien book covers. That is so cool. These people loved this so much, and it is just incredibly nice to look at, even if it was a long time ago, because this was obviously something that a lot of people cared about and were really passionate about, and it was probably a lot of people's favorite place on the internet for a really long time before everything was commercialized, and you could just have these little pockets where everyone kind of knew each other, and it was just this Hobbit book covers and a lot of other stuff like Lord of the Ring reference pages. Here's a section where everyone was from in the world. There's no actual names or addresses here, so I think it's okay to show. But look, we have so many people from Canada and Argentina and Australia and Finland and France and Hong Kong and Ireland. It just goes on and on and on. And let's take a moment to respect these names. Aragon Dreamer from Walker County. I'm from there, actually, or near there. Yeah. Tennis Frack. That's a good one. Misty Mountain Hopper. It goes on and on and on, honestly. Here's some poetry of Middle-earth, which I happen to love because I love poetry. Their hearts wounded with sweet words overflowed. I think I did a good job just now. I did not. But we have more lovely things from Aragon Lover 1981 from Walker County. Hey! And yeah, it's just like a giant tapestry of these people who came together because they fucking loved Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and it's wonderful to look at even if no one is here anymore. This next masterpiece from 2004, The Star Wars Party. Tim as Luke Skywalker and as Stormtrooper. Paul as Princess Leia, because look at him, beauty encompassed. Look at this. Look at this. Nan as Darth Vader. Dan as Garth Vader. Tiffany as the Emperor. Nick as Yoda. Phil as Jabba the Hutt. Oh my god. Amy as Jabba the Hat. Taylor as Boba Fett. Ruth Ann as Chewbacca. I mean, the casting is peak, I would say. We all remember this epic moment in Star Wars where Jabba the Hutt takes on Jabba the Hat and loses. Or when Chewie and the Ewok lie in wait for stupid, overpaid, overworked government employees to come along. Bombs away, because of course, and the dark side is so dumb, and then success, apparently. We have Tim reenacting the guy bashing his head on the doorframe. The rope swing scene needed several takes, but look at that, they are winning life. Sit still, Nick, you got a bug in your hair. It's so fun. Look at them. There were so many good decisions made, and I am so happy for them. And looking at this, I can't help but to wonder, like, where are these people now? Are you still friends? How could you not be friends after the Star Wars party? And just, do any of you remember this? Or was it completely sober? There's so many questions that I have and will never
be answered. And it's all just left to, good God, that's horrifying. Anyway, I'm just happy that I have the privilege of looking at these terrifying photos where Luke and Leia swing to safety, and an absolute climactic scene that shall never be forgotten and will forever be stored in the crowded canals of the internet. But yeah, just some weird, wholesome fun with some nerds from the early 2000s. I love to see it. It's so sweet. And I hope they all had fun and are still friends. This next one that I found is honestly pretty neat. Instant Life. Here on the front page, we're already told that they don't post porn and they don't sell anything. So they don't know what we're doing here. And honestly, I don't either. But we have vampires, gothic architecture, and women in leather. So it can't be that bad.
There's not much else you really need in life. There's new site crap from 2001.
We have an explanation on some of their stuff. This is Kara, the most awesome girl in the world apparently, looking pretty badass. She also happens to be their girlfriend. Shooting for the stars here with what their car will look like when they get one, I presume. The killer desktop image that they have, picture of their brother, sister. Just look at this. This is wonderful. Look at how badass that is. I am quaking in my boots. Here we find out that the guy's name is Josh. He also goes by JD Fox. That was when he was pushing the DJ lifestyle. He was bored at work one day and decided, hey, let's make a webpage. That's a great idea, Josh. I enjoy it. Thank you so much. All in all, pretty badass guy. I hope him and Kara are doing well. And I enjoy looking at fellow edgy people. It's very nice. Anyways, that's all that I have for today. I do have some more of these weird websites that I found, so I'll probably make another video even if no one watches this one, because I had a lot of fun making it and there's a lot of weird websites. And I will see you in the next, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Goodbye.